Welcome back to Sort It Out SIFC, the Let's Play series where we're taking our creator club all the way to the Premier League, and thankfully, or unfortunately, if you like to watch me suffer, we've secured our place in the Premier League for next season before the final two games. So we are well and truly safe. We're 10 points clear of the drop zone with 2 games left. That means we are confirmed in our place for next year. And since that last episode where we thought we were going to struggle and it would go down to the last day, we picked up victories against Brentford, just 4-3, and Bournemouth 3-1, as we kind of expected. But then we got a draw with Spurs, which was more points in the bag than anyone was expecting. Maxime Dahl getting a late equaliser. We then also drew with Fulham, which was disappointing, but we were away from home, and it did take a 94th minute equaliser to get that point. So we were kind of net about where we were expecting. Then, surprisingly, we beat West Ham 3-2 after a couple of defeats against sides you would expect us to lose to. So that kind of put us, I think, 2 points ahead of schedule. Then we lost to Wolves in the 93rd minute, which was very disappointing away from home on TV. And then we beat Villa. Cameron Archer getting a goal against his former club, and then Mohamed Ali Ben Ramdani getting 2 late on before a consolation goal for Villa. And that gave us an extra 3 points. So we're kind of like 5 or 4 points higher than we were expecting. I was kind of expecting to be probably at about 31 going into the last 2 games and having to basically battle against Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday on the final 2 games of the season to survive. But Leeds have kind of fumbled the bag a little bit, to be honest. They've not really done much. They've not won since December. So they aren't going to stay up on that kind of form. They drew all of April, and that's not good enough. So there's no surprise they are now very much struggling. Fulham have been in a bit of better form. They obviously got a point against us, a couple of victories along the way, but basically not losing. So again, not great, but they've only lost a couple of games in that last run. So they're just about surviving. Brentford and Sheffield Wednesday are now also in the trouble. So Brentford, again, struggling a little bit. We beat them. They got a couple of victories, but lots of losses dragged them into the fight. And then finally, Sheffield Wednesday have been in a bit better form, honestly. They've won 2, drawn 3 out of their last, 7 games, 8 games. They've not lost many. So they pulled themselves back into the fight, but they started so far behind everyone else that it's kind of left them in a really bad situation as they face us on the penultimate day of the season. But Leeds have lost. Fulham and Brentford are also... No, so Fulham are playing later tonight against Chelsea at home. Brentford are away at Spurs, so both have got reasonably tough games. So it could be that we accidentally lose to Sheffield Wednesday and put them out of the relegation zone. But, importantly, ignoring all of that, there is a bit of news that we were hoping to share. Apparently, we're under a potential takeover from a Chinese investor who's going to give us a bounty of about 50 million to spend, which is quite a lot considering where we've come from, but we would also have 15 million anyway. We've had 20 odd this year and not spent much of it. So it's good though, because that could, put more money into the club and hopefully get us into a position where we, aren't still at Brisbane Road. We are looking for a site, planned capacity of 14,000, which ain't much, but it's better than the 9,000 we're in currently. We'll see how that goes on. Anyway, into today's final 2 games of the season, which now mean a lot less than they would have done if we hadn't had a couple of good results along the way. We have got in goal Ainsley Pears, Cooper, Al-Shai and Dahl, the 2 new defenders, are in our defence. Patterson is getting the nod on the left with Brunt, Smith and Brugge, Roger. Then Palmer making a first start of the season. This is showing how much we are relaxed about this fixture. With Keena and then Leeburn up top as the striker. I do actually need to put Archer onto the bench just in case. In fact, no. We'll go with the kids on the bench. We've got Gian and Fox on the bench. They're the young strikers who haven't made an appearance yet this season. Maybe they will do in the second half. We're basically going with it doesn't really matter, let's have a bit of fun kind of last 2 games of the season. We're away at Hillsborough, so it's going to be tough regardless. But we should hopefully. Frank Lampard, the Sheffield Wednesday, not United, manager. And we shall hopefully beat them. because we still want to win, even though we're in orange, because orange is cursed, apparently. That should be, if we scroll down to see the bottom half of the table, we don't need to see the top half. Arsenal are champions, by the way, if you're interested. They've won the title. Liverpool and Man City, who have won all the other titles so far in the game, not winning this one. Sheffield Wednesday standing over a free kick just outside the area, cracks the post, and Dahl goes to get the ball and apparently fouls Puado, and it's been given as a penalty. We're checking VAR. There's a bit of a scramble in the area, and it's been awarded. The penalty has been awarded. Okay, not the greatest of starts. Penalty 15 minutes in, well, not even 15 minutes in. Steps up, takes it, scores. Pears didn't get that one, went the right way, but Jed Wallace gets his 6th goal of the season, and Sheffield Wednesday are ahead. So I'm glad we don't need anything from this game, because we are losing. And that puts them out of the relegation zone. So it's great for them if this happens. And they're potentially staying in the Premier League next season. Obviously, we've got another game after this one. A lovely ball from Palmer finds Phoenix, who's not really been involved much in the Premier League this season. Neither has Palmer. There's Keena, who scoops it over the bar and had a good chance, but he didn't threaten the goalkeeper. And as I mentioned earlier, well, a few episodes ago, 33 points kind of seemed to be the magic number, and that will definitely be survival this season, because none of the relegated none of the teams in the relegation battle can get higher than 31. So, told you, 33 seems to be the number. It's not 40 anymore, that's for sure. Anyway, Sheffield Wednesday have just got their second. Nathaniel Phillips has scored from. I mean, this isn't a good advertisement for our potential Chinese investors, is it? So we're going to stop being cautious and go positive and shout a bit of a berate as we get to the end of the first half. That's not been a great first half. Not really, has it? We're losing 2-0 against the side who were, up until 45 minutes ago, bottom of the table. It's terrible so far. Sort it out, SI, as I bang my chair against my desk. Excellent. Anyway, into the second half, and we have the ball. And we're moving forward through the defence. There we go. Dahl to Phoenix. Phoenix inside to Palmer. Leeburn has dropped nice and deep, but he's been intercepted by Phillips, who grabbed the second goal, and we've pushed it forward, and they're going to grab a third. Yep. Okay, I am so glad that this game means absolutely nothing now, because we are being carved apart, and Sheffield Wednesday are 100% suggesting that they could be well and truly surviving, but it looks like Brentford have also got a result today as well, so they are now level on points at 28. Palmer with a free kick, whips it in wide. I mean, is putting out a slightly less than 100% strong side a good thing to do when you're already... I mean, it doesn't matter. The games don't matter anymore, so it really is of no consequence, this game, apart from for Sheffield Wednesday. So we're doing them a favour. I mean, is that the right thing to do? Who knows? But we're not like we're playing a really bad side. Just slightly. I mean, we've been pummeled. That's 4-0. This is disgustingly bad. I'll be honest. That one's going to be checked for VAR, and it's been disallowed. So good. What are we doing? Demand more. Throw in for Phoenix into Palmer. Phoenix is going to put the ball into the back post. Roger gets his head onto it, scooped it over. We're not really threatening much either. That's the problem. We're just out of sorts completely. We'll bring on Owen Fox to go up front. He's a youngster. He looks like he's got some good potential. Why not? Matthew Smith can come off, and we'll bring on Hayden, who's about to retire. So that's that. I mean, everyone's playing poorly, really, apart from Palmer, who's making his first start of the season. Phoenix, we can drop Keena to left midfield and bring Rashawn Scott on up in the attacking midfielder. I mean, does Brugge play there better? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put Scott on the right and Roger as the trequartista, and we'll go from there. I mean, this has been... yeah, great stuff. We've got Leeds in the last game of the season. They'll need a result as well. So we could probably just lose every game now and still be fine. We did well when it mattered. And unfortunately, that wasn't when I was recording a video. I don't know. I think we should just go forward to the end now, because this is not the greatest of performances. We'll bring Dahl off for O'Brien. We'll basically just play wherever we want, wherever we want, and go for it. Because 10 minutes left, we've lost 3-0. Not great. Honestly, doesn't matter though. Thanks. We'll go through the Leeds game as well and just see how poorly we can throw that one away. But it's a 3-0 victory for Sheffield Wednesday, and that puts them, as Brentford have conceded late, that puts Sheffield Wednesday out of the relegation zone for perhaps the first time this season. We'll check that. But it looks like Brentford conceded a 94th minute equaliser against Spurs, and that put them back down to 19th. Fulham in the late fixture could potentially go... No, they've lost to Chelsea, so it's Sheffield Wednesday in the driving seat. If we look, that is literally since game number 7, the first time they have been outside... game number 10. The first time they've been outside of the relegation zone. They have been bottom for most of the season, and we have done a great favour for them. Fox has made his debut. There we go, excellent. Right, we'll go and play Leeds now, shall we? Okay, we have some promising news, so this isn't a complete waste of an episode. Yesterday, the takeover was on track. Today, we've been taken over. We're counting the money. Our Chinese investor, Zhan Guifeng, has successfully completed his takeover of the club. Hello! 44.5 million has been pumped into the coffers, which to take 81 million in the bank. We look at how bad it was here. We were down as low as -5. If we didn't get promoted from the Championship last season, we'd probably be in League One now. But 81 million, that's where we're heading. This hasn't been updated yet, so money, excellent. We've got loads of. The board are still happy. The transfer embargo has been lifted. The board are still happy. We're going to have a meeting with them, and I'm going to save the game first in case I mess it up. So we'll save that, and we'll go through the meeting now with the board. I'll do it on camera. I'll show you how I can mess it up on camera, and see what they want to do. They want to discuss increasing the available wage budget. I don't care about that. I want to have some improvements to the... Yes? I love that idea. Nice one. That's it. Okay. Great. That was well good. Wage budget increased. We can now spend $745,000 per week, which is a lot more than we've currently got. Anyway, right, we are going to face Leeds. We've made some changes to the starting lineup when we get there. Leeds at home, final day. It all doesn't matter for us, but it matters a lot for Sheffield Wednesday, Leeds, Brentford and Fulham. 4 teams can only go into 1. 3 will go down. We'll do those opposition instructions and we'll face Leeds. Right, I'm not going to be cautious. I want to be positive. Right, there we go. Davies is going to make his first start and first general appearance in goal today of the whole season. So come on, Harvey, don't mess it up. Al-Shay and Dahl remain in defence, but O'Brien starts as well. He's our new gen. Then in midfield, we've got Scott, White, Ben Romdani and Koch, with Osorio, our legend, and Palmer getting his second start of the season in the final 2 games because he did well in the last one. And then Archer returns up top. And that is the 11 we're going to go for. So hopefully Davies doesn't make a big old mess of the situation. Oh, we've also got a new we've not changed his face yet, but a 16-year-old goalkeeper, Akil Edwards. He is just come through our youth ranks, so he's on the bench, just in case we need a young kid in goal. We'll give him the number 51, why not, for his bench sitting debut. Right, into today's game. We're at Brisbane Road, and we shall see how we get on against Leeds. The fans have been fantastic. Go out there. You don't care. Okay, we'll do some make me prouds just to see if that can tick us over a little bit more. Right, everyone's a little bit better now, and we are go for the final game of the season. That form guide is loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So this should, well, loss was the last one, so this one should be a win. We've been good at home generally, and they've run in, and not very good away. But situation, there we go. I've just scrolled down the table and zoomed out, which was not good. But 20 minutes in, nothing's happened. Excellent. This is the kind of performance we like to see. What's happening around the grounds? Nothing. Brentford are winning against... Brentford Fulham. I didn't realise that. That is a good big game. And then Sheffield Wednesday are obviously not facing Leeds because we're facing Leeds. And that one's just about being headed clear. Cracks the crossbar. Goes out for a goal kick. Good pressure from Leeds. I say early on, it's half an hour gone. But that is the situation we're in. Wednesday are away at Norwich. So I'll keep an eye on that one. But Brentford, with an Ivan Toney goal after 5 minutes, are currently beating Fulham, which puts them safe and out of the relegation zone. But that will be a developing story, no doubt, as we go through this game. As we get near half-time, Ben Rondani, a lovely slotted pass to Scott, and Osario with a bit of a loose first touch, loses the ball, and Leeds are then countering. Gnonto has cut inside, and it's a good challenge by White, but ball's gone to the back post still, and Solanke's header has gone just over the bar. It was a close one, but so far Leeds have probably had the better chances, i.e. we've seen a couple of them, so that's where we are. But 0-0. We've been the better team apparently, but go ahead, go out there and try and do something more in this second half. Brentford are 2-0 up, so they are doing everything they can. If Wednesday can get a goal against Norwich, that will help them. But Leeds have got a goal here against us, which isn't great for us, but is good for the relegation fight. So that's going to put them back in a safer place. They're up to 30 points. If Wednesday get a goal now as well, that'll be... I mean, I need to concentrate on my own team, not the other teams. I don't really have a preference of who stays up and who goes down. I'd just not like to lose every game. So that's where we're heading to. Harvey White's anxious, so he can come off for Matt Smith. Rashawn Scott looks like he's a bit knackered, so he can come off for Phoenix. Archer's having an absolutely pointless game, so Gian can come and make his start. Can he do anything other than... No, he's fine there. A couple of other 6.4s we'll get rid of. Cock. I've not got anyone we can bring Cock off for, so Cock can have to stay on. And Palmer is equally not having a great game, but I've not got anyone to bring him off for. So I'll bring Leeburn on, and we'll change the tactic. There we go. Gian can go there. Leeburn can go up top as well. And Osario central, if we can do the drag and drop. That's 4 changes. Shall we make another? Cock can come off. We'll bring... Apparently Dye's leaving us, by the way, at the end of the season, so that's that. Lindsay can't play on the left. Can Ben Rondami? Just about. Why not? We'll go with that. Okay, confirmed changes. 20 minutes left of the season. It doesn't really matter what happens. We're still 6 points ahead of Leeds, even with the defeat. Sheffield Wednesday's game has disappeared off the bottom. No, it's still 0-0. Al-Shaili has throw in, and if we get a goal here, this could really ruin Leeds' season. If they get a goal here, it could just crossbar. Davies not managing to save that, but crossbar manages to save us as well. 10 minutes left, and Osario has been dispossessed by Mario Lopez. I can't think of a Saved by the Bell joke. Damn. Never mind. It's 10 minutes left. I went completely blank there. But it's a corner. Mario Lopez is going to take this one in. And hopefully nobody scores. My puns have failed me in this one. I do apologise. Sinisiera with a massive blazed wide shot, but I think it took a deflection of Maxime Dahl. And making those 2 signings in the defence in January has definitely helped. I think it's strengthened us up at the back, definitely. But next season we're going to have to make a lot of similar sort of signings to improve the level of quality in this side. Nobody is safe, I think. Al-Shai with a good challenge to stop the ball from going in. Solanke's down holding his feet. And the referee's going to look at his little tablet for VAR, checking for a penalty, because obviously it's going to be awarded. Great, wonderful, excellent. No penalty? Yeah, it's a penalty. Wonderful. Leeds are going to be 2-0 up, and we are going to whimper our way to the end of the season. Our new Chinese owners, though, they've already committed to buying us. They've already pumped money into the club, so who cares? We're going to go and win the Premier League. That's what we're going to do. Probably not next season or the season after. But it might take us a while to get there. But Ludwig Blas has got his 7th of the season. It's 2-0 Leeds. Game done. Leeds are surviving unless Sheffield Wednesday can do something away at Norwich. That is essentially the only thing left this season to keep an eye on. Never mind. It's been 2 games where we probably should have done better, put out more strong. If we needed to, we'd have put out a full strength side in both games, and I'm confident we probably would have cocked it up and got relegated anyway. So I'm glad we didn't need to, as the pressure got to us. But Ben Rondami in his unfamiliar left flank position loses it as Pants in goal for Leeds. Pants, whatever his name is. That's gone over the top. What was that? Dominic Solanke's just snuck in, and the defenders have gone, oh look, a ball. Oh look, a striker. Great. Well done, Al-Shai. Definitely sung your praises, haven't I? 5 minutes of added time. We've lost 3-0 again. This is bad. This is really not great. Leeds have survived. We've lost. The season is done. Not happy. Half of the players who played today won't be here next season. That's what I'm saying. We're going to make some wholesale changes if we can. And just not cock it up. Jan makes his debut. We get another 9 million for finishing 16th. Collective bonus is only 500,000, so that's good. Yeah, brilliant. Right, competition review. Looking quickly. 16th in the Premier League. Fight bravely against relegation. Done that. Be competitive in the FA Cup. Lost to Plymouth. Not sure on that one in the 4th round. 4th round of the Carabao Cup as well to Crystal Palace. Cameron Archer got 12 goals this season, which I think was just about, so 13 overall, just about the top goal scorer. Not as many as I was hoping for. Osorio got 9, which is just ridiculous because he was playing for us in League 2. He is well and truly, I think, the club's highest, no, that's not that one, records. So he's got the most appearances and most goals, I think, if we can, where's the goals? Overall goals by a player in a season? No, league goals, there we go. 72 in 221 league appearances for us. At several levels, he is still our club legend, even though he probably won't be on the legends list. Yeah, he is. His favourite personnel, there he is. His favourite personnel along with myself. Brilliant. Club vision, let's have a look at the board. We've got new board, new chairperson. He's in. He's increased the wage budget. We're going to do some more requests, I think. See if we can get some facilities improved. Because looking at our facilities, they're not great, really, are they? So we'll try and get them improved as we go forth into next season. Right, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the first season. The Premier League will be back with a second season. Hopefully we won't suffer from second season syndrome and go down. I'm kind of hoping we just push forward and get to the top half. Maybe outskirts of Europe, depending on what sort of changes we can make in the transfer window. But be along for the ride with us. Subscribe here on Anders Baz and check out the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching. See you then.